Good evening. Welcome to our 123rd commencement ceremony. On behalf of the Blake School, our Board of Trustees, and our faculty and staff, I would like to offer a heartfelt thanks to you for being here, helping us mark this momentous event and honoring the class of 2024. Tonight we gather for one of life's most joyous milestones, a celebration that marks an important transition in our students' lives. Seniors, this is one of the very few life events when your parents, siblings, grandparents, uncles and aunts, teachers, mentors, and many lifelong friends will gather together in one place and at one time for you. To those of you joining us from near and far, your caring presence in the lives of our seniors has helped make this moment both possible and jubilant. Class of 2024, you are one of 123 classes to graduate from this school. You no doubt share some similarities with other Blake graduating classes that have come before you. But still, you are uniquely your own group. In what ways, you might ask? For some classes, we might need to ponder that uniqueness a bit, but not for you. It has been abundantly clear from the very beginning, as early as first grade. To your teachers, administrators, younger students, and alumni, you've demonstrated over and over how much you value community, and you've shown your extraordinary ability to build community. The warm, inclusive enthusiasm that is a hallmark of your class was evident last fall when you came together for the senior retreat. After gathering around an evening campfire for skits and songs, you broke out into an all-class sing-along to Sweet Caroline. It's a moment that illustrates your openness to embracing impromptu opportunities for being together and for sheer joy. Your class recognizes these moments and seizes them together. But what's remarkable about your class is that you also understand that a strong, sustained community doesn't just happen through a series of fleeting moments. Rather, it's built step by step. And it's built by understanding your collective values, working together toward shared goals, and inviting everyone to participate. Let me share another example. Last fall, you understood that you could use the 14 individual senior advisory groups to create a larger class culture. You asked each advisory to make a flag for the senior retreat that represented your small group. At that point, your groups had been together for over 3 years. You knew how to work well together, and you knew what mattered to you. You put a lot of thought and creativity into those flags, and you displayed them at the retreat with pride and positivity. You tapped the senior advisory groups again when planning for your senior day just a few weeks ago. This is a Blake tradition that bookends the fall class retreat. Senior Day is a celebration that marks the final day of classes for soon-to-be graduates. Weeks in advance, you began thinking about what you wanted your senior day to look and feel like for your class and for everyone at the upper school. Student leaders visited each of the 14 senior advisory groups to discuss ideas for Senior Day and hear feedback from classmates. You shared Google Docs and Excel spreadsheets, set deadlines, completed checklists. You did the methodical, sometimes unglamorous, but always essential work that builds community. In the end, you created a senior day that reflects your class, one that felt welcoming, meaningful, joyous, and celebratory for everyone in the upper school. Class of 2024, in the process of thoughtfully building community step by step. In this recent example, you started with advisories that then expanded to your entire senior class, and then you brought in the entire upper school. Doing this, you have forged a marvelous legacy. I could share more examples, but you will hear tonight about many other ways that you've shown us to value community, how to build community, and how to leave Blake a better place. As you all prepare to set forth on your various paths, consider all the ways that you can continue to build community in college, in your careers, in your cities, in your families, and in your life. Think of what you created at Blake as the strong roots to a community ethos that will soon branch out across the country and around the world. The community building that you've learned at Blake will be a practice you can apply and you can extend for years to come. Our graduates aren't the only people leaving Blake a better place because of their contributions. Tonight, we also recognize and honor a retiring faculty member, upper school English teacher Scott Hollander. Scott, your work will live on through the students, families, and colleagues you have taught, supported, and inspired. Thank you for all you've done for us over the past 21 years. I wish you the very best. Seniors, you walked into this arena as of 130 Blake students. You will leave it as Blake alumni. Being a part of Blake's class of 2024 is a distinction that belongs to each of you. All of you have lived different lives from each other. Your families come from different parts of the region, the country, the world. You speak different languages at home, and you celebrate different traditions. You have hopes for the future that are uniquely your own, and a way of seeing the world that is unlike anyone else. But together, you are, and always will be, the Blake class of 2024. So when you continue on from here, I encourage you to stay in touch. Drop a line to your favorite teachers. Come back for homecoming and reunions. Make time to talk with classmates. Sustain and cherish the community you built together. No matter where you're headed, your Blake teachers, coaches, administrators, and mentors will be here, rooting for you, continuing to support you, and caring for you. On behalf of the Blake School, thank you for all you've done to make our community stronger and our school a better place. I wish you the very best in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. Tonight, we honor and congratulate you on a job very well done.
You know, I told some of my friends a while back that I wouldn't be surprised if I cried at commencement. And while I have no doubt that will happen, I'll save it until after my speech to spare you all a teary-eyed mess on stage. Today, there's a bald-headed wonder in the audience. Some of you may know him as Mr. Hardy, Jeff, J. Mike, Jardy, but I know him as Dad. Dad, not only have you taught me the importance of hard work and the virtues of a leader, but you've taught me the truly important things too, like cooking a mean crock-pot stew, or how to parallel park a Suburban in downtown Minneapolis. But above all of these things, you've displayed the power in making time for people you care about. Despite your busy schedule, you've made it a priority to carve out time each day to sit down and talk about life, go to concerts on the weekend, or be the loudest fan cheering at Ahmet Stadium. The concerted effort you have made to connect with not only me, but everyone else you care about is inspiring. I love you, Dad. We too will find ourselves constantly busy, just like the adult role models we look up to. In a whirlwind of school, jobs, and extracurriculars, we will not have a surplus of free time. Mr. Zolk, I used surplus correctly, right? Rather, we will find ourselves in a time deficit. Mr. Zolk, am I 2 for 2? See, I deserve better than that B+. But seriously, while we may not have all the time in the world, we're gifted with opportunities each day to make meaningful connection with those we love. And it is with those opportunities that we may find true fulfillment in our lives. To not take advantage of that would be a grave loss. Now, I'd like to shift away from the shiny orb man to my mother, who sacrificed her career in order to be present for my sisters and I growing up. Even after I left my car running and watched it get stolen in front of my own 2 eyes, again, sorry, Mom, my mother still showed me love. She made sure I made a mistake, a very expensive mistake, but she also reassured me that she loved me no less and would still always be there for me. Mom, thank you for making the immeasurable sacrifices you've made to help mold me into who I am today. I love you. My mother's focus on the importance of love, even in the face of adversity, reminds each of us of our value and importance on this earth. And I contend that it is our collective duty to do the same. Be present in the lives of those you care about and show them your love. Through this, we, as stewards of this world, might leave it in a better place than we found it. Growing up, I used the 3 words, I love you, sparingly. I thought that to say I love you to someone was the most serious thing you could tell a person. So, I rarely told anyone I loved them. Looking back, I recognize the power of those words, but I now understand the importance of their usage as well. It may only be 3 words, 8 letters, 3 syllables, but the words I love you demonstrate to someone else your care and appreciation for them. Love is the most beautiful gift on this planet, so why not share it with those around you? With that, I give love to the friends and family, faculty and staff, coaches and mentors for being here. I give love to the parents for guiding and supporting each of us from the time we crawled on the floor to now, sitting in front of you all wearing caps and gowns. I give love to the administration for the opportunity to speak in front of you all today. But most importantly, I give love to the wonderful class of 2024. In this next chapter of our lives, each one of you will foster new relationships with people in whatever corner of the country you're stepping into. But you also always have the safety net of Blake, woven with love, to fall back on. We may have begun this journey covering our faces with masks, divided into blue and green cohorts, and sitting between plastic dividers as we ate our lunch in the courtyard. But now, we all sit together, smiles showing as we close such a monumental chapter of our lives. We have worked tirelessly for 4 years to wear the blue cap and gown we all have on today, and speaking from experience, it has not been easy. It hasn't been without numerous all-nighters, plenty of math retakes, and countless other struggles we've endured. However, we have made it. So, as we turn this page in our lives, be sure to make time for those you care about. And with that time, show them love. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Class of 2024, it has been a privilege to fall, rise, and grow with each and every one of you today. I have dreamed of this day my whole life. I mean this quite literally. Whether it was watching the iconic movie High School Musical on repeat for hours or attending several of my older sisters' graduations, I have always considered it the most straightforward event an individual could experience. It's simple. You listen to speeches, walk down the stage, throw your cap, and go home. It's as simple as it sounds. But as I'm here today with my cap and gown, I realize it's not that simple. Thinking back, I still see our freshman year selves, eyes yearning with aspirations and goals, ready to jump into a sea of challenges that our high school years face. As I walked up the stairs of the Kenwood doors for the first time, I set the highest expectations I could have set for myself. My expectations were a 5.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale, admission to an Ivy League college, and I wanted 1,000 friends. Today marks the end of my high school career. I can confidently say that I have not met a singular requirement set by my freshman year self. This may be hard for us to hear, but sometimes, with the uttermost effort, we will only achieve some of our dreams, goals, and aspirations. Often, your effort, courage, and grit will go unseen. We will likely have to start over again, fall to the bottom, get hurt, and still fight the big world ourselves. Sometimes, you may find yourself asking, why did I even try? What's the point? Is it worth it? Class of 2024, we are dreamers. I see it so well. As we went from the Carlson Commons to the senior lounge, I have heard a multitude of dreams from every one of you today. Our dream professions, colleges, grades, and even our dream romantic partners. If there is one word to describe us, it would be dreamers. One could say we are delusional. However, I can't help but be inspired by our dreams. Small or big, I see our grit. I see Sam trying to nurture school spirit by religiously starting the senior chant at every assembly for a year. I see Macy ensuring everyone's holiday is celebrated in CJ's office through her monthly Target decorations. I also see Max, Usman, Evan, CJ, Amelia, and Ani announcing every senior speech, ensuring each one is welcomed and celebrated. These are just a couple examples, but what I'm trying to say is that we are gritty. Whether it is excelling in academics or extracurriculars, every day I have become inspired by the drive and passion held by every one of you today. Class of 2024, we are a community bonded and strengthened by our ability to understand each other. This superpower stems from our failures. As we all fought to meet our expectations and dreams, we overcame a multitude of failures that stood so tall over us. As we dared to dream, we dared to fail. But we also dared to grow. We learned the spirit of resilience and the courage to confront life's complex challenges. We embraced our vulnerabilities and celebrated the journey, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Yes, our failures are everywhere. Yes, we will constantly be reminded of them. But despite everything, our presence today is a testament to our strength and ability to overcome them. As I woke up today and put on my cap and gown, I realized our failures make us stand. The mistakes we made across Blake's hallways and classrooms have created a home base for us to look back on to see how much we have grown. Starting now, we will all choose a path unique to us. Some may lead us to greatness, some may lead us straight back down. When that path leaves you fallen, look back at these times. Look back and see beyond your failures. See your grit and resilience. Embrace your vulnerability. Feel everything, even the craziest of your emotions. Class of 2024. After today, we leave the comforts of structure, the comfort of home, and our community here at Blake. To ease this transition, I recommend taking some of Blake with you wherever the future holds. Let our failures strengthen us to combat greater and scarier adversities. Although I may have failed my freshman year self, I see that failure as more dimensional now. Failure is beautiful, complex, and paradoxical. It may seem like the end, but really, it's the beginning. I have come to see that graduation is anything but easy. Our graduation marks not the end, but the next chapter of our journey towards our dreams filled with purpose and resilience. As our time here at Blake's concludes, I leave you all with this. Class of 2024, we have come so far, but let it be known that we are not finished. We will continue progressing on this crazy and delicate journey we call life. We are not defined by our failures, but by the courage in which we rise from them. I am confident that wherever we may go, we will face challenges and setbacks, but I am more confident that we will continue to rise again and again and again. Class of 2024, we are not merely ready. We are dignified to lead, innovate, and inspire. Let us carry our failures not as definition, but as a testament to our courage, bravery, and strength. Congratulations, class of 2024, and thank you.
Before I begin this speech, I would like to recognize my grandmother and grandfather, Veena and Vinod Kara, who've traveled from India to be here today. On behalf of our class, we would like to thank all of the family members in the crowd for your blessings and unwavering support throughout these 4 years. Can we please get a round of applause? E pluribus unum, out of many, one. No, I'm not referring to one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, a verse that conjures memories of those brisk autumn mornings in the lower school. Rather, I'm referring to us, the Blake School class of 2024. You may recall that on the first day of school, I offered this motto as a cornerstone for our senior year. Reflecting on the individual and collective triumphs of our class, I have witnessed camaraderie turn into an institutional pillar. Each and every one of you has given me endless pride and gratitude to be called your classmate. Yet, despite the diversity embedded in our experiences and our personalities, we unite within this building for one last time. Well, class of 2024, this is it. The next 8:15 class on Monday, the next crush you ask out for homecoming, the next developing on your math test, these are mere figments of your imagination. Tomorrow, you will awake with the designation of Blake alum added to your tool belt and the expansive horizon of adulthood unfurling before you. Is there a tinge of sadness witnessing 4 years distilled to a few hours? Undoubtedly. However, this transition is a natural trajectory. See, the word commencement stems from the French commencer, meaning to start. So as we convene to commemorate the conclusion of this chapter, we must acknowledge that in the garden of our minds, this event is a gentle rain nurturing the soil for the growth of the coming season. Although the building we learn in may change come September, the memories and bonds we forged continue to sprout. Upon reflection of my time at Blake, the oxymoronic nature of my experience becomes strikingly apparent. At the same time I'm comfortable addressing large crowds, I have extreme anxiety asking the Chipotle worker to add a little bit more chicken without charging me for double. At the same time, I love learning Gauss's law in physics. I equally loved exploring immigration in Latin American literature. At the same time Drake dominates my playlist, I still have a soft spot for the emotions that Adele evokes in me. I ascribe these multifaceted passions to my journey alongside all of you. Every teacher and peer has taught me to create, question, tinker, innovate, and most importantly, to learn. At the very minimum, each conversation engaged in or lecture attended exposed me to novel viewpoints, ensuring I was never confined to a single echo chamber. Even if you subscribe to the notion of a Blake bubble, this notion of blissful ignorance to the outside world, the concepts percolating within this bubble equip all of you to navigate that world. There lies substantial rationale behind why numerous alumni claim that college is actually easier than Blake. I urge you to ask yourselves, are you solely a football player or a football player and a mathematician? Are you merely an actress or an actress and a chemist? Are you just a finance bro or a finance bro and a creative writer? These ingrained passions will serve as your greatest guiding light, and we owe ourselves a pat on the back for creating the culture that enables us to embrace what we love. Now, some of you may be thinking, Karn, man, that's nice and all, but I just want to get to the food outside. And to that I respond, well, me too. But before we increase the universe's entropy, I want to address a pressing question that has occupied my thoughts for 4 years. What does it mean to be a Blake student? I think I've finally come to a very simple answer. Class of 2024, being a Blake student means being the greatest of all time, the GOAT. There is something about you that no matter what life throws at you, you will overcome it. You are not cut from the same cloth, nor branches of the same tree. You are kind, you are extraordinary, you are dedicated, you are passionate, you are creative, you are you. I challenge you to find any parent in this building who would contest these sentiments. These mentors encircling us have watched you become the fine young adults you are today, primed to change the world. Furthermore, they deserve a special thanks for not asking too many questions about what actually happened during those late night study sessions. Nonetheless, class of 2024, our moment has arrived. From many journeys, many paths, many friends, and many family members, we are finally seated here. When we rise, let us become the phenomenal people we are destined to be. Let us become one graduated class. Thank you.
Well, Anne, 2023-24 was a tremendous year for iconic duos and movies, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, after all, there was Timothy Chalamet and the Sandworm.
There was Godzilla and King Kong,
There was Mario and Luigi.
and clearly the most iconic duo of them all, Barbie and Ken.
Joe, I actually think we're focusing on the wrong thing here. And in fact, I think that the real heroes of that franchise are here with us today.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party burning. I want that lately. I've been moving close to the edge.
And Weird Barbie.
You know, one of the many reasons why Alan and Weird Barbie are so excellent is because they put their own needs aside in the service of the stars. They are the unsung heroes, the unnumbered musketeers, the overlooked, the unacknowledged, the underappreciated, just like the family and friends of our graduating seniors here today. We are here to honor all of you guys.
Parents and guardians of the class of 2024, you have produced this picture. Many years ago, you had an idea for an incredible project, one that was going to require years of your creativity, ingenuity, diligence, and persuasion. Through long nights of worry about whether your work would come to fruition, contentious negotiations about the actor's artistic freedom, earnest pitches to skeptical directors, and with a seemingly bottomless reservoir of love, hope, and belief, you have shepherded this blockbuster to the big screen. For never once giving up on a dream, would the parents and guardians of the class of 2024 please stand or raise your hand as you are able and be recognized?
To the siblings of today's graduates, you are this movie's stunt performers. It's anonymous heroes thrown into scenes not of your own devising and experiencing the pain of 1,000 noogies with no real glory. In the end, you knew how to make these seniors look good, whether that's with a well-timed compliment, the occasional bit of homework help, or the quiet insistence to adults that no, your sibling only has the one Instagram account. Indeed, here you are sitting through a graduation ceremony when you'd much rather be starring in your own critically acclaimed production. For your sacrifices, both corporeal and existential, Would the siblings of today's graduates please stand or raise your hands as you are able and be recognized?
To the extended family members of the class of 2024, our resident cinematographers, you have documented every minute of the production. You help identify the most flattering angles. You find the way to show people in their best light, literally and figuratively. You don't always get to call the shots, even when you have a strong feeling that you should be the one calling those shots, but your steadfast skill and support make everyone look their best. Grandparents and grandfriends, aunts, uncles, cousins, godparents, from near and far, in ways seen and unseen, your guidance, encouragement, and affection are invaluable and incalculable. Would the extended family members of the class of 2024 please stand or raise your hands as you are able and be recognized?
To our Blake alumni, you are our location scouts. Not only did you blaze a trail through Blake back when it was still par for the course for seniors to hang out on the roof of Northrop, but you have followed your vocations and avocations across the country and around the world. 12,000 strong, spanning a vast range of identities and experiences, you have knit together a network that exists in all 50 states and over 50 countries, lighting the way for our future generations of Blake graduates. So would those of you who consider yourselves Blake alumni, please stand or raise your hand as you are able and be recognized. Don't see Jennifer.
To Blake's faculty and staff, what is the key grip? No one really knows. It's listed last in the credits, right after the best boy, and right before the disclaimer that no animals were harmed in the making of this film. Sure, the stars get the fame and fortune, the producers get all the awards, and the key grip, what do they get? Occasional mockery and whatever sandwiches are left behind from craft services. Although we know that there are plenty of days when you feel like the key grip, or possibly one of the animals that was harmed in the making of the film, you are, in fact, the directors. You coach, cajole, and collaborate to bring the best performances out of an often cranky cast. You make endless revisions to the script. You negotiate delicately with the producers. You wonder if it's too late to get out of show business altogether and maybe start a cat ranch somewhere. It's a hard thing to make a life in schools, mostly because you learn to care so much for these students and for one another, and yet you always seem to have to say goodbye. But here you are still, everyone, every day, practicing the extraordinary art of making a community thrive. Would our Blake colleagues please stand or raise a hand as you are able and be recognized? And to those faculty playing commencement bingo, the word is sayonara.
To the Blake choir and orchestra teachers and ensemble members, you are our sound directors, designers, mixers, editors, and boom operators, here to bring beauty and joyous music to our ceremony tonight. Bravo, brava, encore. We thank you and invite you to please stand or raise your hand as you are able and be recognized.
those of you who have not yet been recognized today, peers, neighbors, friends, our production team, the paparazzi, folks who just happened to wander in from Excelsior Boulevard. We're so happy to have you here. Be sure and stay for the cocktail weenies. Would anyone who has not yet been recognized or who would just like the chance to move around for a minute, please stand or raise your hand as you are able and say hello.
We will now return to our regularly scheduled commencement programming. But as we do, please know that nothing here would be possible without all of you. So thank you for helping these 130 amazing, shining stars that are here today, and thank you for helping them every day in the future. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Faculty, cherished families, and most importantly, the extraordinary class of 2024. Today we gather to celebrate a milestone in your lives. As your dean, it is my distinct honor to stand before you and share these final words on this remarkable occasion. I, for one, am relieved that it's through a speech and not an email. But in all seriousness, each of you has worked tirelessly to reach this day, and your achievements fill us with immense pride and admiration. Seniors, you have found joy in every day, in moments others might overlook. It has been a privilege to witness your ability to fully be in the present, despite the challenges, the losses, and changes you faced. Through it all, you have maintained a lightness, and it's truly inspiring. When you look to your left, you look to your right, you see familiar faces, people you may have journeyed alongside since pre-K. Your families and friends are here to celebrate you. And we also hold close the memories of those who are with us in spirit. One person in particular holds a special place in the hearts of the class of 2024, George Lagerstrom. You shared countless stories about George's kindness and quiet warmth, silliness, and love for singing and dancing. Through bake sales, skate-a-thons, and heartfelt messages for George, your initial steps of giving back as first graders transformed you into passionate advocates who continue to make positive impacts in your community. You have consistently demonstrated your capacity for care and connection. Though I never had the privilege of meeting him, I see his spirit reflected in each and every one of you, in your humility, your compassion, and stewardship. George lives on in the way that you have chosen to live your lives. 4 years ago, in June of 2020, you were eager 8th graders ready to embark on your high school journey. That excitement was met with uncertainty of global pandemic and the raw emotions of civil unrest. Little did we know that these challenges would equip you with unique tools: resilience, activism, courage. The class of 2024 stands before us ready to take on the world. It would be easy to dwell on what you've missed or lost during those formative years, but that wouldn't be a true reflection of this class. You never complained, you looked forward, You created your own traditions, from decorating my office for every holiday to establishing new senior week celebrations that included the entire community. You embraced kindness and fun and lightheartedness even in adversity. You navigated the challenges of the J&A Commons assemblies with grace and humor. When tasked with creating memorable senior week, you ensured that everyone felt included. You danced, you laughed, and you celebrated together. You have truly shown exceptional character. I am sure George, the excited dancer I hear he was dancing along with you that day. These experiences have prepared you. You possess all the tools you need to thrive in your post-secondary education and beyond. Your knowledge and resilience and humility honed here at Blake will guide you through any challenges you will encounter. As you embark on the next chapter of your lives, filled with goodbyes and celebrations and the promise of new connections, remember to focus on the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Today marks not an ending, but a vibrant new beginning. Embrace the unknown with open hearts and minds. Seek out new experiences. Learn and grow in unexpected ways. It is in these new beginnings that you will discover your passions and shape the unique path in the world. I want to remind you of your incredible strength and boundless potential. You are ready to accomplish so much. You have already accomplished so much, and the best is yet to come. Believe in yourselves, embrace the exciting journeys ahead, and always remember that you have a community here at Blake that will forever believe in you. And it is my privilege to present this class, the best class, you wonderful human beings. The class of 2024, congratulations. The world awaits your brilliance. Thank you.
Sydney Jane Albright. Clara June Alexander. Iman Shaukat Ali. William Pierce Bachman. Haris Latif Beg. Marina Batig. Owen Bednar. Joshua Michael Berger. Uma Lily Bardwaj. Kevin Matthew Doyle Bisley. Tess Alexandra Blake. Dane Andrew Boreen. Calvin Thomas Bredesen. Amelia Alexandra Bush. Aveline Gray Carroll. Riley May Carroll. Sana Liana Carter. Kai Yan Chen. Ella Mae Schaffer Chester. Dominic James Cornforth. Colin DeYoung Craig. Piper Michelle Crow. Ahan Devgun. Arathi Annapurna Daviles Varapu. Landon Ryder Dillon. Alexander William Dopp. Daphne Anna Dresner. Oliver Thomas Dunnick. Will Simmons Eckes. Elizabeth Christine Ekman. Petra Victoria Ekstrom. Sarah Rose Hasday Erbson. Jackson Daniel Evans. Julia Parrish Everett. Grace Claire Flicky. Seth Brent Flicky. Benjamin Morris Fox. Audrey Leah Friedel. Jackson Luck Friedel. Jackson Ryan Gamick. Genevieve Gellerman. Ava Sophia Gilbert. Matthew Spencer Gill. Price Allen Glover. Zoe Ann Goodwin. Macy Irene Greger. Alex Ezra E. Ali Gromish. Grace Annalise Gullickson. Stephen Daniel Gustafson. Michael Graham Hackett. Samuel Gregory Hardy. Adeline Louisa Hecker. Sophia Reeves Heron. Mackenzie Louise Higgins. Hakuto Higuchi. Martha Coleman Hughes. Eric Vincent Jung. Karn Kara. Davin Murthy Khan. Cleo Beatrice Kilpatrick. Gaurav Prem Kumar. Zofia Lazarevic. Avery Yun Lee. Colin Jackson Lee. Luke Joseph Lentini. Sonia Molly Lerner. Samuel Brian Leslie. Caden Yuming Liao. Eleanor Abigail Lowe. Cynthia Dean Lyman. Usman Malik. Oliver Magnus Mann. Josiah Saunders March. Annabelle Elise McCarthy. Paul Barron Nathanson. William Patrick Nelson. Madeline Rose Newhouse. Marguerite Marie Nickel. Mara Dorothy Knoll. Eric Norberg. Francois William Ellis Bowden Knutsford. Grayson Numdi Okoronkwa. Maya Nina Omar. Lola Elizabeth Palestrini. Julian Michael Palladino. William Tyler Palmby. Sophia Catherine Perlman. William Patrick Perry. Leighton Richard Pittman. Kiana Sharman Pohl. Allison Danielle Randolph. Grady Thomas Rano. Lindsay Gergis Reese. Felix Selvine Rydell. Jason Evan Rotenberg. Donovan Patrick Shaw. Eliana Rose Schiffman. Aiden James Schmidt. Miranda Sheridan Seed. Charles Benjamin Seeger. Mary Carlin Seidel. Oliver James Shoemaker. Peyton Grace Smith. Abbott J. Spiller. Lucas Richard Stockton. Joseph Thomas Sugalski. Matthew Brian Sun. Matthew Arthur Snayu Tar Jr. Maeve McPhee Tierney. Zoe Page Euland. Winifred Elizabeth Davis Euland. Shagun Danish Uppal. Clara Isabel Ursu. Tyler Bruce Vandersall. Nana Vang. Bennett Gilroy Foster Vavracek. Lucia Veronica Vera. Tara Kodati Verma. Evan Haston Vesmar. Francis Louise Vorbrick. Eloise Kennedy Walsh. Carver Wambold. Ella Grace Werner. Nicholas Palmer Witzke. Alexander William Wan. Alex Yushen Wu. Curtis Yucheng Ying. Jonah Aaron Yosha. Max Eli Yosha. Christopher Yang Zhao. To all the families and other guests, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the Blake School, I present to you Blake's newest alumni, the class of 2024.
Before we close, I'd like to invite you to join the seniors for a reception that will take place in the gymnasium. Staff will guide you there. Senior cutouts will also be in the gymnasium. Please don't forget to take yours home with you this evening. Following the reception at 8:30 p.m., seniors should be dressed and on the bus, ready to leave for your celebration. Faculty, and Mr. Luckison, I think you can start the recessional. And faculty, please wait for your dismissal cue, which will happen in a minute. Thank you all for being here this evening, and congratulations to our Blake class of 2024.
said, remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. The night you danced like you knew our lives would never be the same. You held your head like a hero on a history book page. It was was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, how the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now.